You need to be like 100% and they would be probably 50, 60%. You wonder why the shit doesn't get done or doesn't get done the way that you want it because they are not clear. One of the things that stops most entrepreneurs is they don't know how to communicate. As a CEO of your own company, we get paid to think. Always remember, you don't do the thinking, your employee, your team member, they are not doing the thinking for you. No one could. You're the captain of the ship. If you are not stepping back and taking a look at the business model and your strategies, your plan, everything that you're working on, no one will. So if you don't have absolute clarity on your vision, you talk to anyone who works within your company, they'll be like, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Not really.
Well, I guess we kind of do this. We kind of go this direction. You would see the execution, all that would be done like with great difficulty versus if you have absolute clarity. So part of our job as a lead of the company is to get more and more clear what we need to do, where we're going. Doesn't mean we don't pivot, doesn't mean we don't change, but we need to have a lot of clarity. This is why it helps when you talk to an advisor, right? You talk to a mentor to help you constantly refine, right? To get clarity every step of the way. Not like they kind of like this, you don't want it. Because if you are like 50% clear, your team member would be like 5% clear.
They'll be lost in translation, right?
You are already, because sometimes from my own experience, in my mind it's extremely clear. And I thought it's very extremely clear to the team. And when they do something, I'm like, that's not what I had in mind at all. Like, what's the disconnect? And I realize I need to be even more clear in my vision and more clear in my communication. It's my job to communicate, right? Communication is message sent, message received, and message act upon. So just because you say something, did they receive it 100%? And are they taking the message and then executing and then taking action? Just by saying it, that's 1/3 of the job. Them receiving it is another 1/3. Them acting on it, taking action, that's another 1/3, okay? So it's the same way in all communication. Why when I teach, you can see I take my time, I simplify, I make sure when I communicate, when I'm teaching, communication sent to you, communication received, and communication act upon while we have the homework. Make sense? So think about that from your team. And sometimes it doesn't hurt when you're working with, especially remote team or anyone on your team, when after you say something, just ask them, echo back what you just said.
What'd I say?
So let's say I give Desmond a task.
Yes.
It's A, B, C, and D. Right?
Okay.
So Des, are you absolutely clear what we need to do in terms of A, B, and C and the priorities?
So Dan, you want me to do A1,
Yes.
B, but then I'm not sure. Can you tell me more? I don't have context about that.
Okay, so let me explain B. And
okay.
explain again. So
Yeah.
now does that give you more clarity? Explain it back to me what I'm looking for.
Yeah, so B, you want this specific thing done this
Yes.
way with this font, this color. Is that
That's correct.
Okay. And then for C, though, this is what I think I heard. You need this and you need it done by Friday. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And do you know why I need it done by Friday?
No.
Okay, because of all these urgency.
Right.
Right, and then we have this thing coming down the pipeline, so it has to be done on Friday. Otherwise, I can't move the project forward.
Understood. Okay, so if I can get done by Thursday or even Wednesday and just check with you.
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. Got
Okay,
it.
you see the difference? It's reaffirming. This is all communication. As a CEO, you need to learn how to communicate with a team this way, especially if you have more people. You don't say, "Hey, Des, I want you to A, B, C, and goodbye."
Okay.
Right? Get that done. You wonder why the shit doesn't get done or doesn't get done the way that you want it because they are not clear. What's in your mind versus what they are hearing, they're completely different things.
Dan, there's sometimes where you might have someone on your team who might be too scared. You give it to them, they don't say anything until Thursday.
Because your team member, keep in mind, sometimes some of them, they are intimidated. Sometimes they're afraid to sound stupid.
Or they're trying to please you so much.
Yeah, like if they respect you, right? If you have any authority, they would be like, well, I don't want to ask to clarify because then they would look stupid. So you, as the leader, you have to give them permission to ask. So don't make them feel bad. Like example, I'll do it poorly, okay?
Okay.
Watch, I'll do it poorly. So Des?
Yes.
So with A, B, C, and D, is that clear what we need to do in terms of the next 7 days?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Shit. No good, okay? I need him to say it, right? Example, now let's say you ask me about something, I'm gonna make him feel bad. I'm gonna do it as a bad leader. What I would do. Okay?
Okay, Dan, I'm not quite sure what you mean by
What do you mean you don't
D.
get it? I explained to you already. Didn't you pay attention?
Yeah, I was paying attention. I took some
Yeah,
notes.
you got it, right?
Yeah, okay. I'll figure it out, yeah.
That's a horrible leader. You just tell them something, and then, well, they're supposed to get it. They're not supposed to get it. What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
It's our job to make sure that they get it. So don't make them feel bad if they don't get it. Don't make them feel bad if they're a little bit slow, right? Like one thing, this is something I have learned like over the years. I realize most people don't move the speed I move. I need to accept that as a fact. So I cannot have the speed in my brain say, okay, that's already the speed that they're getting it, right? In fact, in my entire career, I have not many people that can catch up to my speed. That's just who I am. So I need to slow down and explain and have that communication. It's called communication architecture. I need to architect a communication tool way of making sure a bridge that they get it. If it's I talk to them the way I talk to myself, it will be one line. But I need to talk to them that they would get it. So I might need 10 lines. I might need 20 lines. And everyone's communication style is different. For some of them, they like to be more concise. They like to bottom line it. For some, they need more explanation.
Yep.
Right?
Some need in written format.
Some more
need
in written format.
Visual.
Everybody, some visual, some
Yep.
audio, right? As you grow, you'll notice written format is always the best.
People need time to get on board.
That's right. There's a ways to trace it.
There's a record, yeah.
There's a record. Email is good. Slack is great because I would say something. Let's say we're on the go. Let's say
Yes.
example.
We're at a dinner or something.
We're doing the smart challenge.
It actually happened a couple of times.
During the break.
Yeah.
During the break, right? I say something. Oh, Des, we need to take care of that.
Yes.
And then 2 days later, oh, did you take care of it? Oh, Dan, I wasn't sure. Did you mean like now? Did you mean like thinking about it? There was no clear communication versus after I talked.
Yes.
Okay, let's put in Slack, or in some cases we use ClickUp.
Yep.
Right. I'll share some tools with you. We put it into a task, so it's not just like verbal
It has a
mumbo
due
jumbo.
date, it has a-
There's a due date. Who is going to do what by when? Because otherwise, he doesn't know. Were we just brainstorming? Was it just an idea? Was it like a direction, like an order, like we have to get it done? What's going on? We don't know. Let's say example. Hey, Des, I want this and this and this. Let's say, oh, I have an idea about a PDF I want to share with the Smart Challengers. Okay, one of the PDFs that we
Yes.
have. Okay, I say that. That's not good. So Des needs to communicate with me, or the team needs to communicate with me. Example like.
Then, what do you want specifically in the PDF?
Yeah, so the PDF that I want is from this folder
Okay.
in this drive.
Yep.
Because I think that would benefit the challengers. I want that uploaded Kajabi.
Okay.
And I want that done before day 5.
Before day 5. Do you want me to, by 11:59 p.m. day
That's
4?
correct. That's correct. I
Okay.
want to make sure they get it before we start tomorrow, right?
Understood, okay.
Boom.
And I'll communicate with Gabe to make sure he project manages
That's
that.
correct.
Okay, but I will lead it. I'm responsible.
Because I'm giving the task. When
Yep.
it's done, let me know, put in Slack so I know it's done.
Understood. Okay.
See, now it gets done.
Yep.
Do you see the difference? Yes? This is how you communicate. This is how you scale.
Yep.
Because when you scale, you will have more people on your team. And one of the things that stops most entrepreneurs is they don't know how to communicate. So as soon as the complexity of communication increases, they can work one-to-one with 2-3 people. The minute you have 7, 10, 20, they are lost.
Yeah.
Right? They don't know how to talk to. How do I talk to so many people? How do I talk to 50 people? How do I mobilize a team of
Competing priorities,
100,
yep.
Right? How do you do that? You cannot possibly have 100 people directly reporting to you. You would go insane. In fact, in any given time, you don't want to have more than 7 people, 7 reporting directly to you. If you're Elon Musk running 2 companies, maybe 12. That's like crazy. For most, I would say 7, right? 7 that you talk to directly. They're the direct report. Then the 7 below, so 7, so imagine 7. If they have the 749, they would report to that 7. So then you're multiplying it. So 7, 7, right? So they're like the second tier. But the second tier doesn't really report to you. They report to your first tier, right? Your commanders, your management team, your executive team.
This is not like MLM where you go 7 gets 7 gets 7 and you're rich.
And
right?
then you get a commission and sell
That's
lotion
right, yeah.
potion.
That's
and then, yeah, you're all good. Okay? No. No.
Yeah, this is how professional companies, global
right.
companies operate.
That's how
right?
they do it, right?
Yeah.
And then when you get very big, you add another 7.
Yeah.
So it's 7, 7, 7. Now you have a few hundred people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you grow.